champion versus a 4x second place team here with Vici Gaming taking on Virtus.pro. It's the grand finals of the CORSAIr DreamLeague Season 11. The Stockholm Major is here with the third game of this best-of-5 series. It is tied right now, Vici Radiant, Virtus.pro Dire, and this time, Oracle is banned.
Yeah, but no Pangolier though.
Ooh, will VP go for it?
Vici Gaming's turn
Nope.
The Nyx with 100% win rate, almost. Sure, why not?
Well, the Nyx was also the hero that's been banned. So Razor gets banned out this time as well as Oracle. So 2 new additions to the ban pool.
Yeah, they still have the Pangolier, of course, but then you do have the Puck that we've seen being pretty effective against that hero. So if you want to pick Pangolier, you might have to pick both of those 2 heroes, which might not be ideal.
Alternatively, you preemptively pick a heroes like the Puck that could maybe deal with VP playing Pango, because they love Pango.
They love Pango, but they're not very confident in picking it up instantly.
They're thinking, Shiver. It's
Yeah,
the grand
you
final.
can't rush it, you know.
Don't rush it.
What I'm curious about, so far the Swedish candy has been successful. Who is still on that sugar intake?
Well, the Pangolier is, I mean, it's a little risky because, you know, they still haven't picked out those counters. We've seen the Puck be used very well. We've even seen the Grimstroke be used very well. And although it is a powerful hero, there's a lot to consider because you have to kind of hide those and waste a few bans to make sure that Pango has the best game possible.
But that's, I think, where it's scary if VP second pick Pango, because they can then instantly ban out the Puck, the Grimstroke, those heroes that counter it. So that's why Vici's using so much time right now. They know if they pick Pango, VP's countering. If they don't, VP is going to pick Pango and then prevent you getting countered. So it's a really tough spot Vici Gaming are in with this draft.
Interested in that first pick, Vengeful Spirit. Isn't that a pickup to, you know, fix some picks like Enigma or something? How come we're going for that first?
It's been kind of popular recently because 1 is really good and it's very versatile. But also because a lot of carries, like the Lifestealer or Jagger, they rely on BKB or they're built in BKB to TP out and push a lot, and so having that ability to just swap someone so they can't push higher or push super far in and BKB TP out, it's always super good to have.
And this specific lane, Venge Shaman, we've seen a bit of, and it's been pretty strong.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
for sure. Just Shadow Shaman hitting so hard, give him 12% more damage or whatever it is, and that's a lot of damage for him.
Yeah, we still got our big picks here into reserve time already, but Virtus.pro absolutely have much more than Vici Gaming. They seem pretty confident with that Nyx. Oh no, he looks stressed.
Oh, not like
Not
this.
stressed. I think that's a different thing we're seeing here.
So stressed, he's passed out.
Vici Gaming's turn to bat.
You know what? This is the beauty of ROTK. He doesn't need to be super involved here. It's just ROTK. He's drafting his master plan, and that's it.
Well, you should probably be awake. Well,
When the draft ends, yeah.
Well, yeah, sure.
Save your energy
Extra
for
5
when
minutes?
it matters.
Sure.
So we will see, as predicted, that Pangolier does come out for Virtus.pro. And that is going to cause some major chaos on this
Yeah,
battlefield.
we've seen it a few times on no one, not going too well for him. So I think they're going to go ahead and switch it up. Just put it on Pasha this time around. I think he's had slightly more success with that. The Ursa.
Ursa ban, Prophet ban.
Prophet, VP. Just looking for that strong laner for solo right now. We've seen Shadow Demon every game so far for him.
It's like probably the best 5 position playing against Shadow Shaman. You outrange him, you have Treants, you can actually win that right-click battle against Shadow Shaman, so.
Still see Disruptor, which is really good here, especially with Pangolier, because he just makes everyone run away and panic. So solo here will pick up next. So it's probably either Shadow Demon, Disruptor, or maybe just going back for the Bane.
I say that Venge is one of the best for, you know, against the Shadow Shaman. What am I trying to... Earth Spirit! Where he at? That's what I'm trying to say. We saw Earth Spirit be used so well against that Shadow Shaman before. I think he is the meta counter to the Shaman personally.
Yeah, they've got the Nyx though. So I think with Nyx on their side, they're happy enough. That's probably Roger's hero. I don't think there's room for a Shadow Shaman for VP here. It would it be if they didn't have Nyx? Yeah, absolutely. There's a good chance they could consider Earth Spirit.
Vici Gaming
Earth Spirit.
Zero's
Ooh.
to Pros.
It's very confusing talking about those two. There's Brewmaster. We got him. That is some nice team fight ability. However, it looks like they're just going to let that Pango go. We're not seeing those traditional big counters coming out.
Well, the biggest in the puck gets banned out, and the other ones, like the Grimstroke, are support. And I don't know, Grimstroke, Shaman, Venge don't sound like the best trio of heroes to have together.
Not really.
With the Brewmaster up, it could be good to have Disruptor because you have the silence on him. If he wants to blink in, you can just stop it instantly.
Like
Also, the Doom could also be picked up here if they're going to go with Pango mid.
Yeah, Doom's still
A
looking
small
like a
lollipop.
good pick for sure.
Come on. There we go.
We've got to
The
find out
power.
what's up with these lollipops.
They're good.
I had 2 this morning, yeah. That was my
Oh.
breakfast.
I need to have some myself. Hide them, DreamHack. Don't give them out. Oh, yeah.
Round 2.
Anyway. So, still taking some time here. We're, what are we missing, boys? What do you
Yeah.
do against a Brewmaster Shadow Shaman?
You want to try blow up Brew before he can get his ulti off, so you either need like the Disruptor that Henrik mentioned, where you can silence him, kill him with the Static Storm, or you want like single target burst damage to follow up Nyx, like the, I don't know, the Lion type heroes where you just blow someone up.
The problem is they have Vengeful right now, which will probably just save the Brewmaster a lot of the times.
Yeah.
So they're probably considering that right now, but yeah, they should just pick the position 5 right now. I don't know why they're causing them a lot of trouble right now. Ramses,
Vici Gaming's turn
just
to
go for the Disruptor.
Yep, as predicted. Great job for being able to jump on top of that Brewmaster and make sure that he can't get off what he needs. Easy, quick break of the shackles at a large distance and a little bit of damage to boot.
These drawings, by the way,
a lot of
again, I know
talent.
we've said it earlier on as well, but there's a lot of talent here in the crowd.
That's right. If you can't be on the stage as a pro
10
player, you
seconds
can be a pro drawer.
Virtus
In the
Pros
crowd.
turn to
Very good.
Very good indeed.
Terrorblade. They ban out the PL for that, which we've seen that VP loves against the Terrorblade, because you can now dispel the reflection, which is really good, and just burn all the Terrorblade's mana, which now finally cost Sunder cost mana, so you can't really use that anymore. So that hero's gone. So what does that
Vici
leave for you?
Gaming's turn to battle.
Darks here, so it is a Pango mid. Okay.
I feel like this TB was very planned from Vici Gaming. Like you mentioned, the PL ban and just the fact it's such a hotly contested carry for both teams. Vici Gaming probably assume VP will save their carry pick for either 9th or 10th pick. So it does put Vici Gaming in a good spot, having
10
TB, who's a
seconds
BKB builder, against Pango, Disruptor, Nyx. None of these heroes are going to deal with a TB BKB at all.
5 seconds
That
remaining.
is the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
Yikes. All right. So we've seen some answers to Terrorblade before in this particular series even. PA was one. You can jump on, blow him up, do something there. But we still need a kind of probably a better carry on VP, right?
Probably better carry. I'd look more towards like a, I don't know, Spectre or Morphling. Morphling looks pretty solid this game.
Yeah, I don't think you have a lot of options, honestly. It looks like a pretty hard, because you're going to get, you need a BKB, or you need to be like super slimy and just slid around, which is, the Morphling can just burst people. Because Brewmaster, Shadow Shaman,
Turn to battle.
They banned Morphling.
I don't know what that means.
it said you're very pretty.
That's disturbing. All right. Great. So yeah, I think Morphling would be a great answer there, and Vici agrees with the gods. Banned out.
Yeah. So the other hero I suggested, what was it? I can't remember. Spectre. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I'm not sold on Spectre. I think Anti-Mage. Look, you guys asked there to be another Anti-Mage game. This may just be a what's left, let's pick Anti-Mage kind of game.
It's super hard for Antimage with Refraction again, though. Just burn his own mana. What can it pick here? Feels very hard. We're going to see some new carry here? Or just going to go back to something like Troll, because you feel kind of cornered?
The thing that's nice with Spectre is you have got Iron Shell, so you can kind of come online faster and get more
Yeah.
active and involved. That Iron Shell enables a lot of these carries that normally don't feel quite as strong.
Yeah, that's definitely true, and it's, you just play around at ultimate all the time. Just go in and fight a lot.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and the guy that just spent the last hours drawing Monkey King is very sad. He's got banned.
Oh. Would have made a lot of sense in this draft, though. You know, bouncing around, making sure that you can ball out of control there.
Yeah.
What about guys like Dosa, huh? Remember Dosa?
For VP, I guess safe lane Deuce is a bit awkward, but don't hate it, don't love it.
That's all Deuce is going to get, unfortunately.
Yeah, you need a carry that can keep up with the Terrorblade, I guess, in farm. Or do you want to go all in on the 25-minute mark? In which case, you can go a little bit less greedy. They're taking their time, though. They're only got 10 seconds left.
Sort of Pangolier in middle, which means that Vici could pick Ember if they want, because they kind of need fast here, and we saw that working very well.
3,
Other game.
2.
That is not the gacha pick we were waiting for.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's ideal, but they don't have a lot of options. Like we talked a lot about every carry here there was, but none of them felt really good. So you just go back to the Troll Warlord. He's a strong, super strong laner at least, which is good against Shadow Shaman Brewmaster. You need a strong laner there for sure. And just miss chance against Terrorblade when you get in there. Could be okay, but not the greatest.
Yeah, we've seen Ramses play Troll twice this tournament with the
It's back.
win. Oh, here, it's
Bloodseeker is back.
Oh boy.
Mid lane against Pang. I mean, this is a better Bloodseeker game than I feel like last time they picked it.
Yeah,
so.
and it's just a lane dominator as well against melee, so Pangolier should definitely struggle, and it's also just good against Pangolier later because you just ult him. He can't move around.
Well, I'll go first, because I believe in the Bloodseeker once again. So I'm thinking Vici Gaming is going to take the third game here of the series.
Absolutely. I feel like this pocket pick comes out. They're comfy. They're happy. Troll Warlord, Troll Boarlord. That hero sucks. Give me the other team. Vici Gaming.
I knew you'd go against Troll. You just don't like that hero.
Oh, yeah. Every time.
Yeah, I think my gut says Vici on this one too.
Yeah.
Good Bloodseeker game. It's such a new hero with his new spells, but I think overall that draft looks more solid with the TB.
I'm gonna have to do the curse. Let's go Vici.
Woo!
All right, well, Stockholm, are we ready for some Bloodseeker?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Thank you very much, Evie. Yeah, so game 3, Virtus Pro, Vici Gaming ready to go. We have Bloodseeker in the fray. We saw it yesterday. Question is if it's going to have the same sort of effect. Had a great game the other day. Let's see if we can do so again. The side of VP, though, they have this Troll final pick. It's a solid one for Ramses. Pretty much one of the only ones they had left. A lot of the carries getting shut down during the draft. Do you think they're happy with the fact that Troll was the one left for them?
Definitely not. I mean, that's my opinion. I feel like it was just left out in there. All the carries were banned, so they just ended up with Troll. Also, like, Vici got a really powerful last pick, Bloodseeker. He's gonna go mid against the Pango. It's super good free lane for him. And even the Rupture in the game, it actually just counters the rolling boulder from Pango. So you always want some way of actually dealing with the Pango's ultimate. Otherwise, it's just too strong of a teamfight spell.
It used to be the go-to, right, for back when Pango first got introduced. People were like, oh yeah, Bloodseeker, and then it kind of disappeared. And
I mean, now there's like other heroes. They use Bane, just ulti him on the ulti, and Puck obviously just ulti and he just stops.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, that should be pretty interesting. I think the biggest thing is, like you were talking about, that lane.
Yeah, I mean, the lane is one of the biggest things too, right? It's like Pango can't really pressure Bloodseeker, and Bloodseeker is going to have a lot of denies on him and slow his game down a lot.
And they've even got the combo. They had the same thing yesterday too. They had the Vengeful Spirit with the Bloodseeker. I don't think they actually used the swap Rupture combo, but the way it works now, right, because of that percent HP, if you're high HP and you get swapped with that Bloodseeker Rupture, you're going to be pretty much down to like 40% very early on.
We'll see how what sort of a start he has this time around, because obviously it's a bit of a different capacity this time. The Bloodseeker is going to be in the middle lane, and by the looks of it, opposed to the side lane this time. Paparazzi being the one to take the Terrorblade to that safe lane. So in that mid matchup, as you would imagine, no one's going to be the one against it as the Pango. Can the Bloodseeker come out on top of this 1v1?
I mean, for sure. I mean, that's one of the points. Like, he counters him in the lane and also in the game. So, very good pick. But at the same time, I'm a bit worried about this TB pick because it doesn't really feel like the strongest TB game to me. It feels like he needs BKB to take any fight in this game.
Yeah, well, the Troll's going to be in the middle. The Axe is out. He's going to miss every hit. And suddenly there's a Pangolier on top of him bouncing around with the Rolling Thunder.
Changing the formula a little bit here. They're looking for a smoke first blood.
See if the three of them can do it. Yang is going to get moved upon as that rune comes out. As here we go, the lead in. Yang actually, he's going to go over and grab the one from VP's half of the map. As Vici Gaming Get
They're still waiting.
2 down bottom. They're actually going to get 3 at the 4 bounty runes. They should get the first blood, though. Zhang gets a bit of a surprise on the return to his half of the map. Roger, Ramses and Solo there waiting for him. So Vici Gaming, they may get 3 at the 4 bounty runes, but VP will claim first blood.
I like those type of plays when you're seeing these games that are looking, you're playing versus the same team. It's best of 5. You have to start changing things up a little bit. This is a completely different draft we have coming out here and a completely different opener the way they play.
Paparazzi, we've seen him in both of the games get a pretty good start to them. Is this going to be another? This Terrorblade down bottom shouldn't have any issues in the lane, or?
They're securing him with 3 heroes, so he should be able to do just fine. And they're going to have to make the rotation down with Roger to put pressure out, but they're just going to keep 3 heroes down here and just secure Paparazzi.
I mean, this seems there's a common theme of the day that they always secure Paparazzi's lane with 3 heroes no matter what. And VP is really struggling against that.
See Roger. Let's give Fade a little bit of a rundown attempt with the Iron Shell, but Fade has got the movement to get away. Paparazzi, of course, first few waves going to be secured with the Metamorphosis. DY and Fade are on the hunt for Pasha in the tree line. See if they'll be able to trap him down. Look at the body blocks, Fade. He's got the only got the shock, of course, here, level 1. Those right clicks still hurting. In fact, getting in range with the reflection. Now we'll get the slow required to get the kill.
It's actually nice that they have the thirst, too. They get that little bit of extra vision as soon as he hides inside the trees.
Feels like the replay of the last game's Pasha dying 3 times. just wait for the next kill.
Look at where Roger is right now, actually, he's trying to fix the lane, catching 2 creep waves.
He's stacking up the waves for him. The danger of this part is, like, if they actually start pressuring bottom on this wave and they can't really get the creeps, they might just lose their towers on bottom lane.
Roger might just die here.
He certainly is. But the Mango pop, Magic Missile out, Roger's gone.
I mean, these supports on the side of Vici in this early game, they know exactly where they want to be, and they always are putting the pressure on it. All 3 games so far in this series.
There is what with those sort of those 3 sort of waves of creeps at the bottom lane stacking up. There's going to be a big push coming into that bottom tower. So surely, VP, they want to get someone down here to farm this up. This is going to be a huge amount of creeps on the bottom lane coming in.
Yeah.
They might even rotate another support there just to secure these creeps.
This is a lot of potential farming experience that's going to be coming down on that bottom lane.
Looks like they're trying to actually pull and make sure that creep does not actually hit the tower. They're doing one of the connect pulls, so they'll be able to farm that on the Shadow Shaman pretty nicely for Fade. A lot of experience for him. Roger's going to try to interrupt it.
DY is there again. Another Magic Missile out. Roger, he's got a stun. Will be able to line up on the boot 2 of them. So does manage to get away. But still, the creep control being maintained by Vici, even though that was that huge stack up of the waves. DY able to deny a fair bit. In fact, as the Aftershock Fade's able to kill off Roger. Roger hangs around on very low HP and will die to that level 1 Aftershock.
I mean, this is literally the story of this series. These two just...
The classic Pasha Roger. Dual lane, off lane. Oh boy.
Ori, as we kind of expected, doing very well in mid lane. Extra denies over Noah, and I mean, we see Paparazzi is leading the charge, just getting full free farm, even the full free denies too. Under the tower, 25-16 already on Terrorblade.
Yeah, as you say, this Bloodseeker start is going to be brilliant. He's going to hit the level 6 very early on this game. And yeah, at that point, you had to be very careful how you stick around in the lane as no one. As Ori definitely has kill potential on his own.
Yeah, and you have to expect the rotations. I mean, they've done it so many of their games. We're going to have that 5-minute mark hit, and we're probably going to see the 2 supports move. They're actually moving a little bit earlier, even.
Fade, he's going to try for the setup. They've got the blood right down. Stun from Roger comes out, won't cancel the shackles, but doesn't matter. And if they don't have to follow up to control no one's able to get away. Back down bottom, Pasha taking a lot of damage here from the Metamorphosis, and in fact, he's going to end up dying. Another kill on the bottom lane. Paparazzi, it continues to get set up into these situations where he gets beautiful starts to the games.
Ooh,
no one's definitely like, what the hell is Brewmaster doing here?
Making a drive-by.
So the one good thing for VP is that this Brewmaster is getting completely shut down. He's level 3, and they are having that full free farm on the Troll Warlord, but yeah, those other 2 lanes are not going the best for them.
Down bottom, Roger, another death on his Nyx Assassin. 3 times in 4 minutes. He's on about the same pace as that Game 1 Shaman performance. He's got to slow it down. There's a 2K lead at this 5-minute mark coming in. We'll see if Vici Gaming can take the majority of the runes.
He's got Arcane Boots already on Shadow Shaman because of all these kills. Starting with Boots, you get those picked up really early on. That's that's fantastic because now their duo support, they can actually run around and make plays constantly, not having to worry about being low on mana.
See top Ramses over the dive onto Yang. TP will be coming in. What do you got to get the kill? Ramses gets Yang. See if DY can do anything to turn around. Fade TP's forward. He has got the mana for the Shackles. We'll look back towards Solo's Disruptor. The Shackles allowing DY to punch into him. Ramses still trying to go in underneath the tower to try and help out Solo. Solo will cut his way through the trees. Another TP coming back into this lane. It's not even needed to kill off the Disruptor as DY and Fade finish off the job.
Yeah, this support play over and over again by Vici, just knowing where to be. They're even going to shrine up with the two supports to continue this aggression, to continue the moves that they can keep making. And now they know like Paparazzi's not under any pressure. He's already level 6 on Terrorblade.
Yeah, it's the 5-minute timing again. Let's see if the supports make their way on the mid tower again.
It does look like they are starting to make that move over already. They're actually going to stack Ancients at the same time too, just trying to be as efficient as possible with their move.
Paparazzi certainly have to be a little careful with the 3 heroes down here from VP looking to try and catch him out. DY and Faye continue the wraparound on mid. They may catch wind of no one coming back to the lane as he returns from the shrine. They'll see him with the vision, see if they can have enough lockdown to kill him. No one's going to be able to avoid it though. Keeps the distance, goes towards the neutral camp. He's not going to return to the lane. Bottom lane, Paparazzi in trouble. They're diving in upon him. He's going to turn with the reflection. Does have TP backup. This is going to be a good blood right in front with the Thunder. Paparazzi just turns it around. Ori's in, sets up for the double kill. Ori's reaction easily done. TP's in, blood right south. VP, they can't dive into that. And look who's dying. It's Pasha and Roger once again.
And they don't have burst damage, especially between those two heroes. I mean, most of their heroes actually don't have burst damage. And yep, he just saves the skill point for the Sunder. Turns. Looks easy for Vici right now.
I feel like VP is also making this very easy for them. It doesn't even feel like they're putting any effort in getting these kills.
Yeah, Ramses will be able to dive in and get an easy kill on Yang as Yang hangs around on very low HP. Both safe laners having a very good start, but definitely Paparazzi on another level. 55 last hits, 36 denies. The kills are being handed to him in that safe lane. Sure, he's not getting the final touch, but he's already involved in 4 of the takedowns that Vici Gaming have had this game 7 minutes in.
I mean, even Ori's having the absolute freest time in that mid lane, as we kind of expected versus this. He's got Treads, double Wraith Band, going for that drum, just early aggression, already has max thirst as well. And it's a Bloodseeker versus a Disruptor. The thing that Disruptor, we talk about it so much, you hate being ran at.
Here's the mid lane wraparound potential. As they're coming in from the side, Fade trying to find the Shackles. The blood rise down. He'll get the vision for the Hex. The kinetic field will hold Ori out for a little bit of time, but not long enough as he'll now move in. Solo has got the stick, but now turns. Is he going to get it back in time? No! The glimpse will rip that Bloodseeker away from Solo just before he falls. No one's going to TP into the mid lane, but Paparazzi's here. No one has now 6. He does have the Rolling Thunder. The Paparazzi with this Metamorphosis, he's able to get a lot of damage done onto this tier 1 tower. Yang comes in with the wraparound. He's level 6 as well. Has got the Primal Split if he feels it needed. There's the Rolling Thunder Eruption. Yeah, he's bleeding out as no one will try and swashbuckle away, but the right click from Paparazzi follows him up. As you can see, no one getting very vocal there on the camera. He is not going to be happy at all with the start of this one. 10-4, 2K lead. And Vici Gaming playing these timings perfectly. This early movement of the Terrorblade to this middle lane is surely going to secure them this tier 1 at a very good time once again.
And they even have this Brewmaster with level 6 at an early time. Even though he got pressured on that top lane, he got good experience. Look at Pasha. Pasha's level 4.
These dives. Ramses and Pasha, they're diving for DY. TPs are coming in short. They'll get DY, but Fade and Ori are here. Fade and Ori can certainly look to try and get at least one of these, you'd imagine. There's a Primal Split as well from Yang. They're probably going to get both of them. The Shackles are out onto Ramses. They'll turn their attention towards the Darkseer as well. Pasha trying to get away, but he's sent up in the air. Brought back down. Diving unnecessarily on that bottom tower will cost them 2 lives as Ori's getting this kill after kill after kill. VP making some serious errors here in this laning stage.
They're griefing for sure. I mean, how do you explain this move? Is just a super weird move. Why is that troll not just hitting these ancient creeps?
I mean,
but I feel like because his team is so down, like this bottom lane went disastrous once again for VP, so the troll feels obligated to actually make something happen for his team. Like Pango is not having a good game; he's the only one having a good game, so he feels like he needs to be part of these little engagements.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, Paparazzi's just like, whatever, I'm not even there anymore.
Yeah.
They're not even putting the attention now onto the Terrorblade. They have so many other things that they have to deal with now.
I mean, that is the dream as a terrible player. If you get a free lane and you can just transition into jungle, because you don't really want to be on the lanes anymore. You just send some illusions there, they farm for you, and you farm the safe spots on the jungle at the same time.
Are they going to get all 4 bounty runes as well on Vici? Oh my god.
They have that rune control. As they'll get every single one of the bounties. 5k lead now at 10 minutes in for Vici Gaming. Paparazzi and Ori comfortably at the top of the net worth. This drums now into the BKB that Ori's going to look to build towards, playing perfectly to this lead that they have. Once he has the BKB on the Bloodseeker, there's very little, or if anything, that can be done to hold him back. He'll just run down the supports, kill them every single fight.
They need to try to make moves with their 2 level 6s, you know, the Pango ulti as well as that Disruptor, but they use a smoke and it's actually under vision of Vici. They'll at least clear out this triple stack camp up there with that Ion Shell.
Mist Troll, you know, the Battle Fury Troll, I feel like that is just, it's not had success on this main stage. Troll has had a very, you know, lots of rough games. We'll see if Ramses can be that player that makes the magic work, but with the start of a game like this, it's looking pretty grim. Mid lane, they'll get the drag back with a glimpse onto Fades, dropping the Static Storm as well for this one. Rolling Thunder, everything in to get that kill, but now Ori, he's ready to turn. The road to the Blood Ride, no one's trying to TP out. Have they got the damage done? They have, and he will escape. He's able to TP back to base. Ori will now turn his attention towards Solo, running down the Disruptor. See if anyone wants to come in and try and help out Solo. Pash is there on the high ground. Does he have any sort of surge to offer? Kinetic Field will hold them back. But Solo will manage to get back up towards the shrine. But no one very, very lucky to get away. They get that kill, but it's still, you're committing a Static Storm and a Rolling Thunder just for a support kill.
Paparazzi's able to just freely push this tower now. He knows Rolling Thunder's down. He knows Static Storm is down too. Feeling much safer as Roger, he is Ion shelled up.
Let's see if he can make the burn down a hero while in this play.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's going to have to stand by the side of Ori for quite some time with the early stats that Ori has. As he's still a bit hesitant on showing that he's there, as he knows that there's backup around. No detection though, of course, on DY. So Roger will be fine to stay under the cover of Vendetta, back towards the Ancients. Paparazzi.
Blood Raged up as well, so full sustain, he's going to kill it at that increased pace too. And this is very problematic for VP. What's your opinions on that Battle Fury Troll, by the way?
Battle Fury Troll, I feel it's necessary for this hero to actually scale into the game. I feel like if you go like Sandra and Yasha Diffu route, we've seen it a lot on like mid trolls, but they're more like a position 2 in that way. But if he has to be the position 1, he needs this Battle Fury to scale into the game properly. Obviously, he's pretty good against Brewmaster, the Brewlings, so you can actually just kill them when he ultis, and the illusions of terribly.
VP, they will try for the smoke.
They have to be very active with their 3 heroes. If they, because they are going for that Battle Fury Troll, they have to try to make space for Ramses, and Ramses is under vision here.
This would be the big catch, but Ramses is already trying to back away. Ori finds the vision for the rupture. Ramses, he's got to be careful, gets himself away. The Blood Ride actually committing with the ult as we'll try and some of the battle trance. TP's come in. No one goes forward with the Rolling Thunder, but Yankee's already got the primal split off. His Ramses will die. See if they can find more. They roll back and do manage to crush the Shadow Shaman with that Thunder, but VP, they'll surely lose more as Roger gets swapped back. Magic Missile holds him in place. Roger, he's in a lot of trouble. The Blood Ride's down upon no one, and Pasha bursted down low. That's going to be the Darkseer going down. The Static Storm is there on top of Ori. Ori trying to heal himself back up with the Sunder. Paparazzi keeps Ori alive, so Ori can continue to try and chase for more. Another Blood Ride down and will be out of harm's way as Solo can glimpse Ori back. So Solo will get out of there. As Vici Gaming getting into the jungle of VP, still coming out on top of these fights.
That was such a heads-up play there. Communication on point right now from Vici, the way that they're playing these fights. And yeah, Pasha just still... And Pasha and Roger are still struggling so much in this game to be able to get anything off. 3,100 net worth on this Darkseer.
More Ancients for Paparazzi to feast on. This Terrorblade.
That is sub 14-minute Manta style on TV.
Yeah.
You rarely see that nowadays.
I mean, he's going to hit the 10k net worth pretty much like at like the 16-minute mark. It's
yeah.
You usually see that around like 20 minutes at, 500 GPM-ish. Yeah. Because right now, what, he's sitting at like 600 something GPM.
What do you think about this decision here, as it indeed has been pointed out, the fact that there's no points in the lucky shot? I guess he's just not feeling very lucky. I mean, It's the only excuse, right? I mean, we never see, you always have at least one in there, right?
I mean, there's not that much like utility in this game for the lucky shot. Usually you want to take it for the early silence against like heroes like Puck, so they can't phase shift away and you have some skilling chance. But this is more like a farming build on the mid lane because you use your splash buckle and then you use your W and just the wave dice. So you get your gold up fast.
Bounty runes. VP will at least be able to get 2 of them this time. As Ramses is slowly approaching that Battle Fury, but yeah, not farming at that pace at all in comparison to that Terrorblade. When he has the Battle Fury, he can start to match the pace, but...
It's still just the fact that the Terrorblade just seems to do so much more than the Troll, considering the similar items. Even if the Troll does manage to catch up, this Terrorblade's, Paparazzi is always going to have the meta. He's going for this Manta into the Butterfly, as it seems, so he's going to have this incredible pushing power and damage output at a point of the game where the Troll is just going to struggle to actually get stuck into the fight.
Yeah, and he's going to have Vengora too on top, so just even more damage is going to be coming out from this TB. As again, I feel like this is another game where I've seen Paparazzi do like 4,000, 5,000 building damage by the 15-minute mark, just like the game when he was playing the Morphling.
Textbook carry play.
Yeah.
Just hit towers.
See down bottom, Primal Split, popped by Yang. He's going to be there with the setup, throwing Ramses up into the air. He's going to be able to bring him down into the Blood Right. Silenced up, Rupture as well to make sure there's no way that Ramses can run out of this one. As Ramses caught out, pushing that bottom lane on his own, back towards mid. Serpent Wards will be dropped in an attempt to keep no one away. No one's actually getting right-click down here by Paparazzi. Hit the tower as well, bringing no one very low. He'll go straight for the TP out. Fade. Ooh. Won't quite be able to get range.
Almost caught him, actually.
That was super close.
That Ether Shock was nearly there to finish off the kill. No one gets out of there. There's that timing. So Battle Fury is done on Ramses. Now the catch-up game begins, but it's going to be hard with how far ahead Paparazzi is. The fact that Yang, he's got his Midas, so he'll continue to scale at a very comparable pace.
The scare is it's not like this game like the last one where it's an AM that can actually 1v5. Troll in this game, he can't 1v5.
Yeah, he needs actually his team to do something for him too.
It's 15-7, 6K advantage for Vici Gaming.
Now they've got the the Vlad's picked up on top of that Vengora with a Terrorblade, so even more damage going to be coming in for him. Did he actually get that stack off again with the Impale? I think he did. Or no, he didn't that time actually. But he's been trying to do that. I saw him do it in the other game too.
Yeah. Need use of game mechanics.
There's only some camps that you can stack. I know the Z-axis on a lot of camps is very different, so very random kind of mechanic.
Kind of. I mean, Dota is full of that kind of stuff.
Paparazzi, 17 minutes in, he's got the Eagle Song money. What do you do to stop this Terrorblade? He is...
They actually break the smoke too.
And they're going to find them. They do release themselves from Vendetta as Roger goes in and will be able to burst down DY. Now the turnaround potential is there. They've ruptured no one. Ori, Yang, and Fade trying to move towards no one who's stuck in the pit. Does swashbuckle out of there and will be able to walk himself away. For now, Ori, of course, is very speedy, though. They're very low on VP's lineup. Here comes the Bloodseeker. Zooming in, chasing down Pasha into the trees. Pasha will fall.
Oh my, and Solo's low. Solo's being chased by Terrorblade.
He may be able to get more out of this.
He's going after him. Look at poor Solo. Is he going to get away?
Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, my God.
He can't get out in time. Ori just too speedy.
Dude, Solo, those 2 Terrorblade illusions chased him forever. He actually almost died to them alone.
Oh, boy, these cores of Vici Gaming. Ori, Paparazzi just entirely out of control.
And they read the movement so well. Like, DY just walks down. He's like, cool, that's actually perfect. I die, I don't care. I still provide the aura for my team.
Paparazzi's got an Arcane Rune, he's got meta.
Ding.
Just go to Roche, pop the Metamorphosis, take this Roshan very easily. As Vici Gaming just getting objective after objective. The games where they get ahead at the start, Vici Gaming, they just make it look so easy. They play it so fluidly.
All of these carries with Enshore, they actually just melt Roshan.
Yeah.
It's cool to see how the meta developed, like during this tournament, to a point like people just prioritize like these carry boosting heroes. They just want to boost their #1 carry.
I mean, they even have like the Blood Rage too for this one, right? They have the Venge Aura, the Wave of Terror, they have the Blood Rage, and now even Vlad's too on the brew. It's just so many different ways of amplifying Paparazzi, who was already hitting extremely hard. He's already sitting at 358 damage.
Look at the smoke off, the dust off, sorry, the swap back as well. They'll catch out Solo.
That was only the illusions hitting, and the Disruptor was no more.
As Vici Gaming, 19 minutes in, taking 2 at the Tier 2 tower so far. They've still got a Tier 1 and a Tier 2 ready to take down on the bottom lane, so a lot of potential gold still on the map. They're already at an 8K advantage. And still a match where Pasha and Roger, they're just so far out of the game. Pasha sitting miles behind on the farm on this Darkseer.
I mean, Pasha and Roger are out of the game. Pasha and Roger are almost out of this one, pretty much out of this game, but also no one. His hero is just countered so hard by this Bloodseeker that he almost feels like he can't really contribute too much either.
Yeah, I feel like you need to be a bit careful with picking Pango mid, because nowadays, like, when it first came out, like, mid one started spamming this hero, like, there was no, people didn't really know the counters yet, so, but now it's being played more, so people kind of adapt to it, and it's like, it's so much easier to find the correct counters now.
Yeah. So, get the low ground onto the high ground vision. The setup there with the shackles. Serpent Ward's going to be dropped as well onto the kill for Roger. Back as well, Ramses, he's going to be found out by the Panda. They've got the stun to cancel the TP as Ramses trying his best to find farm somewhere, but he's not going to be able to do so safely as Vici Gaming shutting him down every time that he comes over to their jungle. As this game, it's looking absolutely brutal. Vici Gaming just being, they were sort of handed it in that bottom lane. Paparazzi just got the dream start. There was nothing that slowed him down. And it really feels like in those first 10 minutes of gameplay, VP, they did more to help him than hinder him.
Yeah, they're gonna have to adapt somehow inside of this series. I mean, this one is looking extremely difficult for them now.
It's got a 20-minute butterfly.
Yeah, and like this safe lane, tri lane from Vici, they're just able to do so much on these supports in the game that by the time it reaches like the 10-minute mark, they just have such a big advantage. The moves for VP are just completely limited.
I feel like VP is falling to a trap every single game. Like, you know they're gonna try lane safe lane. Just don't feed there. Just put one hero or really contest their tri lane. Just don't let them get away with this.
I mean, they tried to at least adapt a little bit, right, with Roger trying to pull the creep waves and all that, but they just got caught anyway by the supports. So, yeah, they have to find another adaptation to be able to deal with this Vici supports.
And I mean, for VP, what is their best bet playing from behind? Is there some sort of... I mean, I guess they do have the combo, right? The vacuum into the next stun, the static storm. That's still going to work out if they can get that initiation, get that catch.
I mean, their best shot in a way is like, because the TB opted for Butterfly, so he's still very susceptible for actually getting killed by the magic damage for VP.
Mid lane. Try moving on to Yang, but the blood bright is down. Or he's going to make sure that they can't chase forward. And Ramses, he just gets silenced, swapped up the high ground. Shackles are there. Ramses is just dead. No one tried to commit with the Rolling Thunder, but Ori's got the BKB ready to pop. Chases in. Beast down solo. Now it's starting to look towards Pasha. Pasha, he's going to die too. It's a double kill for Ori. He's not done yet. Moving towards Sir Roger. They've got detection. GG, well played. It's called. This game, it's absolutely over.
Yeah, I think that was their last desperation smoke play, and it's actually as soon as Ori gets his BKB, so it's just like, oh my god.
It's like, all right, Ramses dies first. You could see already him like lifting his hands from the keyboard, you know, he's ruptured, you know, I'm just dead, you know, let's just go to the next game. And like, this was it, you know.
I mean,
we fucked up this bottom lane too hard, and after that we didn't really have any chance in the game.
Yeah.
Was that a case of VP just forgetting like the Bloodseeker was there? Yesterday we saw Vici Gaming play it. We know that they play the Bloodseeker, maybe because they saw the Terrorblade, they know the Paparazzi was going to play that, they thought that there was no chance it would come through, but it just did so much against them. A beautiful new logo and a very apt one as well after a game like that for VP. Losing in the 22 minutes or so, it was just lost from the laning stage. And what's up with this sort of stuff? Pasha and Roger, they've got to hold back the feed.
They have to do, I mean, they just have to do something about this tri-lane that's happening. These supports are just running rampant. They're killing bottom like 5 times, and then they're just moving to the other lanes and just destroying the entire game plan that VP has.
Well, there we go. Now 2-1 for Vici Gaming. They are 1 win away from taking the championship title here. VP, they've done it many times in other series where they're 1 game away from being knocked out, being knocked down, and then they turn it around. Can they do it here in the grand finals? We'll find out very shortly. But 2-1 as Vici Gaming take this 3rd game incredibly easily. We'll be back shortly.